Can you check it?
You want it now?
Mm-hmm.
It's not showing as well.
Mm-hmm. Hi guys, welcome to the chat tonight. Just trying to get Palette of War on live as well. What are you guys up to tonight? As you can see, I am a very messy painter, but it'll all come together nicely in the end. I think it's only you in here, baby, that's watching. Let's wait for a few guys to join us, and then we'll get started. Chatting away. Hopefully Palette of War can join us. As you can see in front, I have a fleet for the naval war game Armada, Kings of War Armada. Hi, Palette of War, how are you?
Not too bad, no view.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. What's that big pot? Is that brush soap? Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, trying to save my Windsor and Newtons.
Yeah, they're starting to sort of bend at the ends and stuff like that.
I've worn the tips out. They've got
Yeah,
they're 4 years old.
yeah,
But I did cave in.
yeah.
Got,
I can tell you a secret on those. They're made by Rosemary & Co.
yes, I got these from Goblin Gaming for 50 quid.
Yeah, yeah.
We weren't
Have a
paying.
look at the Series 33 on Rosemary & Co. Website.
Yes, I did have a look. The brushes I wanted for 4 or 5 of them, including in shipping, were 10 quid more than that set.
Yeah,
Because obviously Goblin Gaming had it cheaper than. But Rosemary Co is still cheaper if you buy it direct from Artist Opus.
yeah. So what's everyone up to? Yes, Goblin War Paint Studios. These are for Kings of War Armada, and they're very much in that way. It is a fantasy naval game. These ones are the Varanga or Northern Alliance. Northern Alliance being good, Varanga being evil. I think Scott's going to show you his finished salamanders. Absolutely gorgeous,
Oh.
gorgeous ships.
I couldn't make my mind up on the Drake, so
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's really great.
I magnetised the back.
Yeah.
So you're never going to run more than one giant ship, XL ship anyway, so.
No, I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Yeah, it turned out gorgeous, mate.
So yeah, I'm pleased with them. They're all done. And then my favourite ones, you'd have thought the big one was my favourite one.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. Yeah.
Two of the Diddy ones. I've got
Yeah.
two sets of them. But yeah, no, they're all well nice. My ships are.
I just think they're really, really crisp detail, really great looking ships.
Yeah. Should be, I'll say I'd putting mine up on a Sunday, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only just sitting down with mine.
So I've not had a chance yet to look at the preview of the rules for your Night Stalkers.
Yeah, I had a look at that, and it makes me very pleased about the Terror, because he was a bit lackluster. Survivable in the game I played against Wargaming Old Guys.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, he just didn't really do much apart from soak up damage, because he's got regeneration and stuff.
Yeah.
So he he's good at soaking up the damage, but yeah, that was about it really. So he's good at holding off attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I like the sound of the Tormentors.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm equally as excited about Northern Alliance stuff that they were talking about, saying dwarves on ravens and stuff.
Yes.
That just sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yes, that's... Did they mention that in the video then?
Yes, they did, yeah.
That's it, so we're not going to do a Ronnie then?
No, we're not doing a Ronnie and revealing something that hasn't been revealed. Yes, they Kyle did speak about them in the video.
Cool. So, how are you getting on with your Ice Queen?
She's nearly finished. Yeah, a bit more to do. And then I'll get it okayed by Phil. And then I'll put some pictures up, I think. I like to get, like, if it's a commission piece, I like to get the person that's commissioned it to okay the finish on it before I showcase it.
Yeah. I didn't realise it was Phil's, I thought it was your own.
No, it's Phil's. Yeah, I need to. The plan is that I am going to. I'm going to try and finish for our build along that we've talked about briefly. That we're going to go back to. I'm going to try and get my Night Stalkers finished.
Yeah.
Up to 2,300 points.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing that, but also I want to try and start work on my Northern Alliance.
Yeah, well, I'm halfway through painting my add-on bits for our channel thing for my salamanders.
Yeah.
And as you're aware, I placed the order for the rest of my Clash of Kings list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm actually quite excited about.
Yeah, it's going to be, that list is going to look amazing as well. It's not just going to be, I think it'll perform well as well, I think it's going to be one of those that also looks absolutely stunning when it's all presented. So,
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing what you do with that, mate.
yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. Dinosaurs riding dinosaurs, that's my list.
Yeah. But that was what you said right at the start. Do you remember when you were like, "Who doesn't like dinosaurs riding dinosaurs?"
Yeah,
When you saw them. So it makes perfect sense. I realise that I am doing this off camera, but I am currently painting the detail on the side of the mega ship, the XL ship,
yeah.
which has a name that currently escapes me. Well, begins with a V. It's the named version because I may or may not have decided to pick up another ship so that I've got the unnamed version of it, and I also picked up the flyers and stuff.
Of course you did.
Yeah, well, you know me. It's like
Yeah.
if you're going to do something, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
The missus is laughing at that. She finds it funny that you said, "Of course you would." Yeah, it's like you know me or something.
Too well, I think.
So yeah, so at the moment I'm currently just. Oh, sorry about the wobbly camera. Can you see that, Scott? I'm just picking out the all of the.
Yeah, that's not too dissimilar from the back of my Drake.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, I was starting to go bozzard by the end of that, though.
yeah.
Every single ship's got similar
Yeah, same here.
details on. So I'm doing my marauders.
Yeah,
So I'll try doing them quick and use a contrast, speed paint inks and whatnot.
yeah,
I thought I'll give Games Workshop's Wraithbone Spray a try,
yeah,
and it's goddamn awful.
yeah. If you're gonna, honestly,
No
mate,
grain.
if you're gonna use it, having used the Ghoul Grey from the Colour Forge, it's much better than when I used the spray that G-Dub does in the
Yeah,
same colour.
I brought this leaf back for terrain, and I thought, oh, I
Yeah,
want to do my marauders, so I'll try using it fast to speed it up.
yeah. And I don't know what the ingredients are in the Games Workshop one, but Jesus, it's got such a chemically smell. Like, I know spray paint has a chemically smell, don't get me wrong, but that was just like to another level when I used the Wraithbone back in the day, because I used it when I first started using contrasts, and yeah, I couldn't stand the smell of it. It was
I
awful.
think the white pigment's flour. It's that grainy.
Oh, it is grainy, very, very grainy. Evening Frosty Bear Minis. Palette of War Paint Studios, yes. Myself and Palette of War have many, many pokers in many, many fires. And it's just the joy of the hobby, isn't it, Palette of
Yeah.
War? Scott. Let's just call us
Okay.
a proper name. Scott. It's nice to have a few games that you can turn to. Variety is the spice of life and all that. So
Yeah.
it just is that we found a real kind of like passion igniter, if you like, for the hobby with Mantic Games products at the moment. Their offering is just phenomenal. And if you've not given their games a try, they're so logical and fun and easy to learn. There's no
Yeah.
kind of like messing about, is there, mate?
No, everything flows. None of this faffing around and having to figure something out. you're not 100%, you look at the rule book, and the rule book's clear as day.
Yeah.
And I'm also,
Honestly,
my Marauder Orcs, I'm going off kilter,
yeah.
and I'm going with fleshy colours rather than a green.
Cool. Yeah.
See how that works. So that's one thing I'm going to say. Are we holding off on the reveal on what's coming early next month? On our,
No, mate. I think we can talk about it and stuff. And I think lives are our Ronnie Renton from Mantic's sort of like spilling the beans before we put a post out about it, if you see what I'm saying. So I'm happy for us to talk about the opportunities that have come our way and what we've worked really hard to get going and stuff, and the connections that we've made and all that. I'm happy to share that with people, and hopefully they can, kind of join in with the fun if they like. We're really excited about these things. So what I don't want people to think is that, when we said what we just said about Mantic Games being great offerings, that we're just your usual influencers who kind of say what they say because they're told to say it. Nothing that we say about any of our products are anything than true and honest beliefs by us. We're not told by anybody to say anything. And that was one of the things I wanted to try and get across, because obviously we do have a few people who have us as affiliates, or they sponsor us, as in to help us to get our studio to be a certain way with painting products, etc. We have chased these people. We have chased these people because we love their products, not the other way around. Whereas a lot of influencers on the web are approached because they've got a massive following. They're approached by companies like Games Workshop, etc., and these companies offer them the moon on a stick as long as they stick to a script of what they can say. And I don't think we're ever going to do that, are we, mate? We want to be honest. No. We want people to go.
We'll tell them all that the reason Mantic have approached us is because we haven't got the fan base of other channels. Yeah, they just want the product content to get out and to be truthful. Yeah, and that's what we're doing.
Which is so very refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we chose Mantic way back when, before they'd even approached us. We were kind of deciding we're going to do a demo team and go forward and demo sort of like a game system, whatever. We'd already chosen Mantic.
Yeah.
It just so happened that they reached out to us really about this new opportunity and stuff. But any of our opinions are our opinions. They're not scripted. We're not told what to say by the companies, because I would not accept that for Iron School Gaming and our team of guys.
No, good. So we keep referring to Ronnie, but it's like Ronnie says, we want to make it accessible and affordable to everybody.
Yeah.
And the only way you can do that is be truthful and say what you genuinely think of the product.
Yeah.
And as you'll before Kings of War, I was on the verge of ditching the hobby completely.
Yeah. We're all a bit disheartened with the way the hobby was going, in honesty. That's why I said in a post I put on Facebook, it really has rejuvenated our passion for the hobby. And that is a truthful comment. It's not something we're just saying.
No.
Scott of the War Paints, I don't know if it's something for you, Scott, has said he's not sure how you want me to attach the product connection you guys sent me. Do you know anything about that? Have you sent Scott a collaboration or anything?
Oh no, I've do you know where you can add him as
collaborator?
Like verified, like approved people.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. I know what you
I
mean.
forget what it's called now, but yeah, literally everyone that I get on with and I know is 100% truth, honest, and whatnot. I'll put them
Yeah,
down as like almost like an affiliate link, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what it's called now without looking.
Well, if you want to just contact the people that you send that to and just say, this is what it is and this is all it means and all that kind of stuff, so that they're 100% sure about what it means. But in short, Scholar, the Warpaint Studios, it is just we trust that you're the right sort of person. You approach the hobby the same way as we do. That's how Scott views you. So he sent you a link that basically means that you're a trusted guy. So what's everyone else up to? Chuck it in the chat. Let us know if you're up to anything tonight, hobby-wise. I am just going through some Kings of War Armada ships, and I am adding some cream detail to them. If I show you the Excel ship again, so I'm adding some cream detail to the ships. What do you think, Scott?
Looking good.
Yeah,
See,
I don't know if I'm blurry to you.
yeah, no, you're fine. But yeah, no, you're braver than I was because I went with painting mine with the sails off.
Yeah, somebody asked me something the other day. I can't think what it was on. They were saying, wouldn't it? Oh, it was the Void Lurker. Somebody put on a comment on the YouTube channel when I put up the build video. Wouldn't it have been easier to paint it with the wings unattached? And I don't know if it's because I trained myself to build stuff and green stuff the gaps and all that kind of stuff. So it was all done prior to painting. So if you had wings, they were all attached and green stuff gaps and all that kind of stuff. Or if it is my Games Workshop training of kind of you build it completely, you paint it and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I don't ever. I think that's a lie. I think I've probably sub-assembled painted 2 or 3 times in my entire 30-odd year tenure in the hobby. Do I wish that I'd left the ships, the micro ships, schooners or whatever they are, off the base and painted them separately? Yes. Maybe stick them on separate bases because these are actually going on acrylic basis, so don't worry about how messy the bases are. These are going on acrylic bases, and I'm using obviously the water effects. I sent you the video earlier, Scott. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never done it. It's always been fully assembled. Oh, silver bayonet looks absolutely awesome. Yeah, I love the idea of that. Oh, that sounds like a brilliant business venture, mate. Yeah, I love that. Hope it goes well for you. So here's another. I keep knocking my camera. It's terrible. Here's another ship with detailing.
Has that got the oars special rule?
Yeah, I've got 2 ships with the oars. Yeah, and because they glide on ice and all that kind of stuff, I can also add movement at the end of my movement.
So I was looking
As they
You've got
glide.
special rules. I get some cool
I bet you get
features.
some fiery, spicy rules, don't you?
Fiery, spicy rules. Let me upset you a little bit.
Okay. You do realise that we've got fire and ice. You know that's our thing.
Yeah.
Yours is fire, mine's ice.
So, Salamander's fleet rules. Mastery of flame. Affect
Yeah.
all ships in the Salamander's fleet. Any failed skill test made to extinguish a fire and remove a blaze marker may be re-rolled. The second result stands. So
Oh wow.
if you've shot me and I'm on fire, if I fail it, I get to re-roll it.
Yeah. In an attempt to control
Yeah.
the flame, as salamanders do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe this is shield is on one of my options for my Drake. I can have a different version of the ship.
Yeah.
It says, if this ship or a friendly ship within 3 inches, if this ship becomes crippled but not destroyed, roll a d10. On a 7 or more, that ship immediately recovers enough damage to be one less than its nerve value.
Oh wow.
And I've got then I've got brutal. Crushing blows inflicted by the crew of this ship in a boarding action causes 6 damage each instead of 4.
Oh, awesome.
And then the last two ones are awesome. Elementary Roar.
Yeah.
Friendly ships, but not the ship itself, that start their activation within 6 inches of one or more ship with this special rule may increase their move value by 1 for that activation.
Yeah.
And then I think this is the one I like the best. Blessing of the Three Kings. While within 3 inches of this ship, friendly ships suffering a critical hit may roll a d10. On a roll of a 6 or more, there is no roll on the critical table. All other effects and damage are applied as normal. So every time you roll a crit, I can roll a d10, and on a 6 or more, you go, oh yeah, that's not a crit anymore.
Yeah. That's really good, actually. They are really nice ships, aren't they, Scholar War Games? War Paints, even. Sorry.
Yeah. Half my trouble is I don't know how to pronounce half the names of my ships.
Yeah.
So I've got like K Throlax Shield, which is the alternative to my Drake.
Yeah.
So yeah, my Drake. The stats. It moves 3, nerve 75, and the SP, which is what health point.
Speed.
No, movement speed into it. SP.
Movement speed, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. SP is like your hull points into it. It has 100.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It has 100 and it has a crew strength of 9. So and
cool.
it's equipped with 1 heavy on the front, 1 heavy on the rear.
Yeah.
And then on the sides, it's 5 heavy, 2 light, and 2. What's the C ones? They're close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got 5 heavy, 2 long, 2 light, and 2 close quarters. That's just on the side.
Out. Yeah, it's a little more than I've got.
Yeah, even one of my medium ships have got 2 heavy, 2 light on the sides.
Yeah.
I'll tell a lie. One of my medium ships has got 2 heavy, 2 light, 1 close quarters.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, it's I actually can't wait to start playing this, and I need to start playing it for June.
Yeah.
for our little
Right.
thing, which I stole.
So we got the email from Mantic Games asking if our demo team would demo at the UK Games Expo for Mantic Games, and of course we bit the hand off and said, at least a couple of us would be there, and we'll definitely do that sort of stuff. This is one of the biggest gaming events in the calendar for the UK. I say gaming events because it also covers other things other than war games. I think the biggest war games sole event is Salute down in London.
Yeah.
But as I say, this does cover other things other than war games. So
Board games, card games.
yeah.
D&D, RPG games.
Yeah.
No.
So Scholar de Warpaint Studio. What do you think of Silver Bayonet? What's your thoughts? Or have we interrupted you viewing the Mantic Games website looking at Armada ships?
Right, if it goes on my last post, there's actually a link to
Yes.
the Salamanders fleet.
Yeah. Scholar de Warpaints, there is also an all sea creature fleet called the Trident Realms.
Realms. Do you know what I saw for the first time today? I didn't realise. I don't know what planet I've been on, but saw for the first time scenery that they're releasing for
I've really just seen it, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I've only just seen it, like yesterday.
It looks so good, doesn't it?
Oh god, yeah.
I've got the Warlord Games scenery pack that they did for Black Seas.
Yeah.
Which will add nicely to that. It's just more fortifications and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it will really add nicely to what Mantic are bringing out.
Yeah, do you know, I've been watching quite a lot of Tom's Tabletop Bunker. Is it Tom?
Oh, I know Tom personally. We used to work at Games Workshop together.
Yeah, he's mad on.
That doesn't surprise you either, does it? I know him.
No, I don't think there's anybody in the industry you don't know yet.
No.
And the one I was watching last night or the night before,
yeah,
which is one of the scenarios I want to play. It's the Kraken.
The Kraken, yeah.
Well, basically, the Kraken starts in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
And then of every turn, it moves in random directions.
Yeah.
And deals mental damage if it passes through you. It deals it's like 5 to 8 D10 damage.
Yes. Yeah, it is mental damage. The output of the Kraken is crazy, but it's bound to be it's a Kraken. And if you look at any sort of like the fear of the sailors back in historical times, the Kraken was this monstrous mythical creature that would literally snap ships in half and drag them to the depths and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, actually, I think the scenario is called Hunt the Kraken, so you have to go hunting it as well.
Say again, sorry?
I think the scenario is actually called Hunt the Kraken.
Yeah.
You have to try and kill the Kraken. Well, not getting killed by your opponent.
And the Kraken.
And the Kraken. Which there was one silly point where I think the Kraken just disappeared underwater.
Yeah.
And they had no idea where it was going to come up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've looked at Armada since it first launched. I was back at Warlord Games back at the time because obviously the game is based off the Black Seas rule set.
Yes.
So Warlord stocked it, and the moment I saw the announcement from Mantic, I was like, "Yeah, this is for me." So I actually picked up a Basilian and an Orc fleet. So at some point, I intend to do those. So the intention's been there for a long time to set sail into this game. You see the pun, but it just never happens. And one of the biggest draws is I actually do enjoy naval and space combat games a lot. I used to play Dystopian Wars back in the day, and yeah, I wanted to do their Uncharted Empires, and I never got the chance.
Yeah.
So this really tickles that itch, scratches that itch, and yeah, I'm like super stoked that we get a chance to actually play, because that's the biggest thing, is that we are war gamers as well. We're not just people who paint. And a lot of the industry, especially commission studios now, they hire artists and they're not hobbyists. We are hobbyists, and yeah, we want to be playing this as soon as possible, don't we, Scott?
I do, yeah.
Hence us getting ourselves war mats, battle mats, which are sea based.
Yeah.
What did the missus think when you got home with extra toys?
I had to open with a
Did you tell her?
line of.
Say again?
I had to open with a line of, it was Dave's fault and it didn't cost me.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know, there's so many people in the industry that actually say it's Dave's fault. They really do. Yeah. Dave was talking to me about this project and it just kind of fell into my lap. You know, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Just went into the basket.
Well, actually, if we actually want to point fingers, it was actually Ronnie's fault. He
It was
one
Ronnie's fault.
Yeah.
Twisted our arms. Yeah. Although I must admit, when we say twisted our arms, it was more like a little tweak. It was like, you want to. It was like, yeah, okay, we do. We were just looking for permission. Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't say no when Ronnie turns around and goes, give them what they need to get started.
Well, he wants to see us playing, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's like he knows that we're going to put content out there, whether it's painting or playing, and he was like, let's not be sitting on the fence, guys. Let's do it. So yeah, that's what I told the missus as well. It's a good story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Ronnie, if you end up seeing any of this or get told about it, it is your fault. Okay, Ronnie and Johnny, their faults.
Yeah. Definitely Ronnie's fault for making super easy fun games.
Yeah.
That's silly.
He's the one that pulls exactly. He's the one that pulls the trigger on the prices and pulls the trigger on, the actual rule sets and stuff. And they are super affordable, like super affordable. And they're doing stuff like the War Hall, which allows you to play Armada for free.
Digitally based.
At the moment, digitally based. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you've not got any people in your area. You get the chance to play the game, and then maybe if you do like it, you might buy a couple of fleets and teach people how to play. You might, which is kind of what we did in a sense with Kings of War. We loved it so much that we decided we were going to demo it to people and show them that there is alternatives to the big guys, and they are damn good. In fact, better.
Yeah.
And that is a statement I actually hold to. They are better.
Well, I'll hold my hands up and say I steered away from companies like this for years because I always thought that, well, if Warhammer is this complicated, how complicated are their games going to be?
Mm-hmm.
So that's half the reason why I steered away, because I just assumed that other platforms were. I didn't even perceive that they could make rules simpler.
Yeah.
I've been set in the way that Games Workshop would set a standard, and I assumed that was the genre standard for rules.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now I'm wrong, being shown wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And we really do stress, if you want to try out some, some war games and stuff that are affordable in comparison to some of the big companies, and also are more accessible rules wise, they don't require studying and 5 million books, etc., etc., then definitely have a look at the Mantic Games offering. Welcome back, Scholar de Warpaint Studios. Did you wander off to look at Armada ships?
Yeah, I think I'm playing Dave at Dead Zone tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I keep getting confused. Dead Zone's the skirmish one, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Which is another one that will be demoing at
Yeah.
the
At
Expo.
the Expo. Yeah.
So Kings of War, I'm assuming it's Ambush will be demoing.
It will be Ambush, yes.
Has he given you any guidelines for how to demo, or is he leaving that to us?
Well, I think he's leaving it to me to kind of run you through, kind of how and what, etc. So we are going to go up at some point. He's going to arrange a day for us to go up and brush us up our skills on Armada and Dead Zone. So that'll be good.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching their YouTube tutorials on how to play the games. So
yeah,
like I said, I've done it with Armada, and it's mental how easy it is.
Oh yeah.
Tom's got a big part of that as well.
Yeah.
Watch channel and him playing, and his rolling is gone as mine at times.
Say again, sorry?
I say Tom's dice rolling's as bad as mine at times. I thought mine were bad.
Yeah. He is part of the bad dice rolling committee, yeah. I always thought mine were quite bad until we played that game the other day.
Oh, yeah, I need to speak to Steve at Baron of Dice about them weighted dice he sent you.
Look, I requested them specially. Can't go telling me off. I need all the help I can get with dice rolls. Well, glad to have you back, Scholar de Warpaint Studios. It's nice that you've been helping out and stuff with the missus and the father-in-law.
You know what? I think that's the fastest I've painted flesh on a unit of 10.
Yeah. What's your recipe then, Scott? What's your recipe?
Contract.
Is that German flesh?
It is.
Yeah.
When it's dry, I'll probably give it a quick highlight with a make it pop, but it is actually working quite well over the crappy spray paint.
Yeah. Honestly, mate, try the Colour Forge out.
Oh, yeah,
Their
no,
stuff.
I
I know
know.
you use their normal stuff, but honestly, the contrast variant colours are, just as good. So definitely worth. I'm thinking. I agree with what you were saying the other day. It might be worth us at some point stocking what our most used items are, and so the community can go, actually, this is what the guys use. We'll try it out, kind of stuff.
Yes, I think it might be the way forward to getting other stuff off the ground that we want to do.
Definitely, definitely, mate.
And it seems to be quite affordable to go down that venture as well.
Yeah, yeah, certainly does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to try the Scale 75 stuff and the Vallejo ones as well. Scholar Dip War Paint Studios, they do look really good.
Well, Dave will tell you I'm a massive fan of Vallejo. My favourite,
They are really good.
my favourite Vallejo is the
Colour Shift.
colour shifts. Let me see if I can move all my crap out of the way. I need to find sleeves for the Armada cards.
For the Armada. I'll be honest, mate, it might be worth either buying from Mantic their holders. They do MDF holders where you put all the tokens in and stuff.
Yeah.
They're worth getting, and there's also some on eBay that I saw. A guy does a plastic version and a guy does an MDF version.
Yeah.
And the MDF version is from the guy that I've purchased my acrylic bases from.
Right, yeah. Have you gone clear acrylic or was
Yeah,
it water?
so the article from, I think it's Scar Hand Paintings blog, it uses those, it uses the seafoam, the Pacific Blue gel and the clear gel, and you basically stipple the Pacific gel onto the clear acrylic quite thickly at first, but then you build up a couple of texture layers.
Yeah.
So there is still some clear in it, but yeah, it really pops. So I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Just got to work out what I'm doing with the flyer bases, because if I grab these without knocking my phone, the flyer bases that are supplied are, here you go, Scott, are a textured resin base.
Yeah.
And they're a different depth, and that bothers me.
Yeah.
So, but look at this cool little Northern Alliance flyer.
Yeah, I want the Phoenix and everything for mine.
Yeah. Well, use my affiliate link at Wayland. They're £10.
I'll have a look at that.
That was a nice plug there for my affiliate link, wasn't it? But yeah, £10 for the pack of flyers.
Well, as I was saying about my colour shifts,
Yeah.
I'm going to crop. I think I've got super glue everywhere.
Oh no.
My
Yeah.
five.
And you have to see that in the flesh as well. It's absolutely stunning, guys. It really is. Hello, Grambitus, if I can speak. It's evening here. My day's been pretty good. Tonight I am working on these Kings of War Armada ships. These ones are for the Northern Alliance or Varanga. So, quite chuffed with how these are turning out.
Yeah. I'll finish my salamanders. I've just taken out the marauders.
Yeah.
And now I'm just quickly trying to get some marauders for my firefight dead zone.
Yeah.
Painting up quickly.
Well, hopefully I'll showcase some of my plague at some point. That's the plan. Because I'm doing plague for firefight and dead zone. Wargaming Old Guys Dave is doing Forge Fathers, and our partner in crime, Five Fist Ace, is doing Vehement, which, for those who don't know, is a space rat army. Yes, space rats.
Yeah, my marauders are orcs, but not your savage orcs. Yeah,
Savage uncivilized orcs of 40k, yeah.
yeah, they're mercenaries.
Very
I think they do.
militarized, aren't they?
Yeah,
Think Rambo, or if you've watched Commando, the film with Arnie, and that they're kind of like, that all those mercenaries you see in the background of the Commando film. Have you seen it, Scott? Have you seen Commando?
yeah,
If you haven't, you need to watch it. But yeah, it's got that almighty scene of Arnie walking through the woods with a tree on his shoulder.
yeah.
But it's But those commandos remind me of the mercenaries in the background. Do you know the bad guys?
Yeah.
That they remind me of them.
Well, my colour scheme is loosely based on Arnie from Predator.
Yeah.
The commandos in that.
Hi, Scholar to Warpaint Studios wife. Glad you like the accents. I actually hate my voice, but we're glad that you like the accents. Hopefully, we're not disturbing your evening or day or whatever time it is over there. Sorry for my ignorance of not knowing the time zones.
I think he's a couple of hours in front of us, I think.
Yeah.
Or the other way behind, up forward, I can't remember. No, it's not too drastic. We were talking about it the other week.
Do you know, I've missed doing these. It's nice to chat to guys. Do you know what I mean? And it's really humbling having the support of guys like yourself, Scholar. Sorry for the wobbly camera. It's really nice to have your support. Knowing that we're doing good. That people want to know what we're up to and all that, and also knowing that guys like yourself who do support people in the hobby are part of our lives. If you haven't had chance, guys, in the chat, I know there's not many of you tonight. But if you've not had a chance, do check out the YouTube channel for Scholar to Warpaint Studios. Absolutely fantastic content, support and help for your hobby. So definitely worth checking out.
See, was it the Wraiths from Lord of the Rings he did?
The race, yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, they're really nice.
It's super quick. You just dry rushed them and...
Yeah. But it just goes to show that techniques like dry brushing haven't gone out the window. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people think that it's an old archaic thing, but then again, contrasts aren't a new thing. Back in the day, they were called inks, and people did the same thing with slap. So slap chop's an old technique, but it was ruled out as painters developed their sort of like styles. It got ruled out. People just went, oh, it's an old archaic thing. Nobody uses it anymore. Blah 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 blah. And here we are, full circle. You know, contrast is king at the moment for a lot of people. And it's the same with dry brushing and stuff. These techniques still offer you something in your arsenal to paint in. You know.
Yeah, and I've found some of the, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got some models I've spent like close on 100 hours on painting,
Yeah.
and they're not, don't get me wrong, they're nice. Good chance of like getting a pin at some painting competitions.
Yeah.
Some of my favourite models I've painted are ones I've used slap chop or just dry brushed and done in like less than 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is mad. So you can go to show you don't have to spend
Oh, sorry, guys.
like tens of hours or hundreds of hours painting models. Some of my favourite models I've painted are ones that, well, take them, you know, my clones I painted for
Yeah.
that hobby shop. I painted all them, the flyer, the walker. I painted all of them in 4 hours, and it's one of my favourite armies I've painted.
Yeah. I'm the same, mate. I'm the same. I have to admit this. Some of my favourite paint jobs I've ever done have been things that I've done really quickly. I was famous at the local store, the Games Workshop store, as being the 4-hour character painter.
Yeah,
You know, I paint characters up in about 4 hours, and they'd be competition standard. And that's how I got my name initially in the local area for commission stuff, because I could knock out, you know, really good level stuff really fast. And there's some of the things I was always most pleased with, where some stuff that I've stretched out the time on and I've done a lot more work on aren't really the things I like the most, you know. I tend to, and also the more time you spend on something, the more critical you are of it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, because you know,
You're like, well, I've
competition.
spent all this time, yeah.
Yeah, spent all this time. It should be better, but it's not.
Yep. Absolutely, Scholar Warpaint Studios. All of these techniques should be used in conjunction with each other. They all have their part and place in your arsenal to attack a model with. You know, it's same with paints. It's the same with you know, paintbrushes, all this kind of stuff. You know, the tools. You know, they all have a place and a part in your routine. You know, you shouldn't ignore these things. Definitely our own worst critics, mate. Definitely our own worst critics. Mrs. tells me that all the time, that I'm my own worst critic. It's what Scott tells me as well. It's what I tell Scott.
Too true.
Like, I painted up those new Night Stalker things that you can see on my profile, the Butchers, the Reapers, etc. And I found myself saying to Scott, and finding myself trying to make apologies for how they looked and stuff, because I was my own worst critic, and I was saying, no, these are rubbish, etc., etc. And these posts have had over 100 likes. You know, people love them. And now I'm looking at them with a fresh set of eyes and a lot less critical. I'm actually going, actually, they ain't that bad.
No.
But it's very rare that I like anything that I paint. Very rare. So, oh yeah, yeah. As I just said, Scholar of Warpaint Studios. I'm exactly the same. It is very rare that I actually like anything that I paint, and Scott will tell you that's the truth.
Yeah.
But I think that's the same with both of us, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. Yeah, no, never really. There's only one model I've ever painted, and I've gone, yeah, I'm happy with that. And that was
Yeah,
my Frostfang I did for my ogres when I was trying to do ogres.
yeah,
And so that was the only time I ever painted something, and I went, yeah, I'm happy with that. That's finished, and actually liked it.
yeah,
And James Thoreau were banned me from store competitions with that model as well.
yeah.
He told me I'm not allowed to
Tell,
enter them.
tells you a lot, doesn't it, when you get banned from a competition, from future competitions in a store. I was the same.
Yeah,
Like
after
when I used to enter the store stuff, after I left as a manager, there were several managers which, yeah, they were like, no, don't enter. It's unfair. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm rubbish. And they're like, no, you're not. So,
yeah, so after my Marathi, I went down with Frostfang, and he went, I'm going to put it out, but you're not in the competition. I was like,
mhm.
oh, right.
Shame though, isn't it, mate? I know how much effort you put into that sort of stuff. What was I going to say? But yeah, everyone's their own worst critic. So, like Scholar says on here, time away helps. Exactly what the missus says. Walk away and then pick it up with fresh eyes. Don't rush it. You know, we have some absolutely brilliant painters in our local area. Um, really great. Like some of the guys that go to Narthex with the Horus Heresy stuff. I've got absolutely stunning forces. We've had people at the club. I mean, you only have to look at like my brother's stuff. You only have to look at guys like Idiot Proof Dalek. Matt Pendleton and stuff.
Yeah,
There's some really
Corley's
Harley.
Imperial.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some absolutely stunning armies out there in our local community. Absolutely stunning. And they just need to realise, that they're really good at what they do.
Yeah, and then you've
Uh,
got people that are a stone's throw from us, like Duncan Rhodes and Peachy
yeah, yeah,
and Louise.
yeah.
So I know it's a few people from formerly of Games Workshop, but you can't deny that they're
Oh,
not
the
good painters.
skill is phenomenal. Yeah, skill is phenomenal, and so good to see them striking out and doing their own thing. They're not
Yeah,
just hands now on the G Dub channel.
yeah,
Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm terrible with the camera at the moment. It's right in front of me, and I just keep nudging the arm that it's on, so it keeps wobbling. I do apologise for the wobbly camera. What was I going to say, Scott? I can't think. Did you see that G Dub Burton's come up again?
yeah. He's going Coventry, isn't he? He's going
Yeah.
back to Coventry.
Oh, is that where he's from? I thought he's from up north. Don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the store he started at or what. I know he's going back. Well, his wife's. I think he's from up north, but I think his partner's Coventry.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Hello, Kings of War Italia. Thanks for joining us.
I say that name rings a bell.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't had a chance, guys, if you are into your Kings of War and stuff, check out their Instagram account. They've got some great stuff on there. Kings of War Italia. I'll show you how far I've got. Basically, what I've done, mate, is with these ships is I have highlighted and re-highlighted with a brighter tone on the script work, the filigree, if you like, on the boats. And I've defined some of it with a quick sepia shade. And then I'll let you tell me what you think in a second, Scott, because I need your eyes on it.
Yeah. So I
having seen yours, I'm just like overly critical of mine now. So,
well, I literally just base coated everything and then went over with the magical Army Painters soft tone.
soft tone, yeah, yeah. So here we go. Some of it's going to be a bit wet, but here you go, Scott.
Now that's giving proper Viking vibes.
Yeah. So all of the centerpiece there, that's going to have like a grey cloth with ice showing, and then the top of it is the bone of some massive sea creature.
Yeah.
So the roofs and stuff are going like a bluey tone, like a really dark bluey grey.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it's helped it to pop.
No, that's cool. I do like the detail on the side of the.
Mate, honestly, like I thought the detailing was mental on the Basilian stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was blown away when I first got those. The Orc ships are cool, you know, but seriously, the detail in yours and my fleets at the moment are crazy. So, Kings of War Italia, I don't know if you understand English, but I'm doing the Northern Alliance, and Palette of War, who is the other person in this chat, is doing the Salamanders. So hopefully you can see his finished ships. So you say wow, 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 but honestly, you've got to see Scott's stuff, Palette of War.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Got YouTube video coming out Friday, maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I've got YouTube post that'll be out Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I hope to get these done for the weekend if I get a chance. But we'll see how stuff goes. But yeah, Kings of War Italia, show us what you're doing through a post or a chat or a message or something. We'd love to see what you're working on. We're up to the 9:30-ish zone. Scott, I think I've got about another 5 minutes I can paint for, and then I'm going to have to shoot, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm thinking that we get back to the routine of doing these a bit more often. What do you think?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So if you guys that have stuck with us want us to do more, we will. And the idea, I think, before was that we're going to try and do these every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah.
And we'll sit down, we'll chat hobby, we'll do a bit of hobby. We'll talk about the shenanigans and goings on behind the scenes, if you like, with Iron School Gaming. And so the only things I want to kind of cover, so I'll stop painting now, just while I cover the things that we were going to talk about, was so the developments for Iron School Gaming. Well, we are now a affiliate for the Silver Vault members of miniwargaming.com. If you are a Silver Vault member, the Vault is basically a repository of content, hobby, wargaming, painting, games, you know, everything. Tactic chats, thousands of videos that you can access through a subscription. And as part of that subscription, you get access to discounts with a lot of companies, as is one of them. You can get 10% off your commissions if you are a Silver Vault member and you click the affiliate link in the Vault. So that's the biggest development I think that we need to tell you guys about. We're really, really super hyped about it.
Yeah.
The other thing is that we were asked if we would demo our Mantic Games products at the UK Games Expo, which is the biggest gaming convention in the UK. And I say that because it's not just war games, it's board games, card games, they have tournaments, they have retailers, etc., etc. And we're going to be there, at least myself and Palette of War will be there over the 3 days. So come up to us, have a chat with us, ask us about a hobby, you know, get a demo game, whatever. We just want to see you guys. So if you are going to the UK Games Expo, you know, pop your head in, say hi. We will do a post about it to try and get a few other people in the know that they can come and say hi to us and stuff. So that'll be good.
And we should have some of our models on display as well, so you can see what we're actually painting.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's a great chance to see what we're doing, talk to us personally, face to face, etc. What else can we tell them, Scott? What do you think?
Well, we're soon to be the official Pathfinders for Mantic.
Yeah. So we'll be official Pathfinders, which means we're official representatives of Mantic Games.
Oh, we've got our events.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. We're now going to be running events in the UK, in the Midlands. So starting in August with a ambush tournament. Literally, whatever level you're at, if you want to join in, you know, as long as you've got models on bases, doesn't matter about it whether it's painted or not, you know, it's a friendly tournament, 1 day, £15. You get £3 towards your lunch from the venue on that day. So, yeah, it's a bargain. There's going to be prizes. We're getting prize support from Mantic. There's also framed artwork, certificates, trophy, etc., etc. So there's loads to see, loads to do, but really a chance to get together and play games. Now, the big sell for me is Palette of War is going to be playing in those events. So you'll be able to at least see his army in the flesh, but may even get a chance to play against him. So that's really cool. There may be more of us from the team joining the event as it goes on. We're just trying to keep tickets available for you guys. So there's a calendar up on our website, which is ironskullgaming.wordpress.com. So if you pop over there, there's an event calendar up for you to have a look at. So that's really exciting for us. The idea with all our events is there's going to be themed tables. So for the first and second of the ambush games, we have things like a Ratkin swampy graveyard board. We have King Grop's royal what's the word? Well, royal court, royal camp. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's where they've got the tents pitched up in the ruins of a castle, etc. We're going to have a Northern Alliance board. We're going to have a I nearly called them Tombstones then, which is not the word I'm looking for. What am I looking for, Scott? Empire of Dust. Empire of Dust themed gaming board. We're going to have a Salamanders themed gaming board. So yeah, the idea is that all our events are going to have themed gaming boards. It's not just going to be random terrain thrown onto a board. There's going to be a theme to it, so it's going to make it really good.
And
yes, Scholar. Oh yeah.
Still to be confirmed. One of the events might have a special guest as well, but
yeah,
we'll keep that
to confirm that. Yeah. And then also, as well as the gaming events, myself and Palette of War are doing masterclass series events where you can learn things like batch painting, battle damage, OSL, that sort of stuff. So, like I say, do have a look at our menu of events. There's quite a selection there for you. So before Scholar of War Paint Studios leaves, yes, we'd love to arrange doing a live with you as well. So let us know in a message when you might be free on a Tuesday, and we'll try and organise you joining in the live as well. That'd be fantastic. Kings of War Italia, I know that a couple of us were interested in doing the Clash of Kings event this year.
I'm going.
And I was going to say, but I think they are now sold out. But Palette of War does have a ticket, so he will be attending. And I've heard of Luca. When we worked at Warlord, it was suggested that one of us went over and did stuff at Lucas. So definitely, we'll look at it. We'll look at something. You never know. Not saying this year, not saying next year, but maybe in the future, one of us will pop over and say hello and stuff. But do message us. Send us a message into our messenger. Let us know what you're up to, and see. Just keep the love for Kings of War and Mantic Games flowing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more to say, is there?
Can't.
That's about it.
I think that's it at the minute.
Yeah. Well, what I'll do then is, guys, I'm going to close this chat, this live off, by saying thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us to the end and seeing it. If you've just joined us, like iFists has joined, we do apologise, but we are calling this one a close. We will be back, however, at 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time next Tuesday. We will put a reminder up on our stories and on our timeline, so do watch out for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Scott. It's been great again, and I'll speak to you later.
No worries.
See you later.